Thanks for staying tuned, everyone. This is Hero Siege Season 9, and we're at the Emperor's Chamber Fields of Battle on the Hell 3 difficulty. And we're about to face the Karp King. This is post fighting the Karp King, and I've just defeated him, so I'm going to go over what we need to do in order to achieve this result. And what we really want here when we go to defenses is we want some resistances for cold, fire, poison, and physical damage for defense here. The Karp King can do any of these damages, so we want to go with cold, fire, poison, and some physical damage to set ourselves up here. If you can max out at 75% in Hell 3, go for it with fire, cold, and poison resistance. And the more that you have for defense, the more you can figure out what's going to happen when he drops those spike balls. You'll be able to resist some of that physical damage. So that's our build. We have 200 in vitality, 200 in strength. Pretty straightforward here. For whatever you would like to build for your skill tree, this is totally up to you. We had Shuriken throw, but we don't utilize it much just because of us maneuvering a lot and keeping an eye on our HP. We don't get to use it too much in this battle, but I'm sure you can if you have the ability. And we went with just some basic tree here, with Bushido and Live by the Sword. We wanted Emperor's Blade here, and we went with Empire's Slash. And we got Way of the Warrior, as well as the Burst of Speed, and For Honor right now. These are our main go-to abilities. We don't use much of the Omni Slash because we don't want to delay and get hit by one of the Mega Light Beams that he has. So we tried to stay within close quarters with Blade Barrier. And as you see in the fight in just a moment, we have to maneuver quite a bit, quite often to avoid this pure magic damage. Some of his attacks just really need to be avoided, and I'm quite squishy, really, to be honest with you. So if I get hit by the Karp King more than once or twice, or if I get hit directly by any of his attacks, it's enough to knock me out. This is to show you that you can do this. You don't have to be optimally geared. We are under geared here for some of our equipment. We have level 1 relics right now, level 3, level 2, level 6 for our best relic, and a level 1 again. Our gear is pretty basic. We don't have anything phenomenal going on right now for our gear. We have some tier D items even equipped, and we have a level 52S item, which is quick step for our boots. And we have some rings, some basic rings, and I managed to socket Grimbone's Sight, so it's a little bit better than it was before. And we have Zephy's Gown. Zephy's Gown, I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. And we have the Mask of Beyond, as well as the Lost Deity's Authority with 35% to all resistances. Our charms are pretty basic. We have some missile defense and some hit recovery and some poison resistance. Faster hit recovery, a little bit of mana regen, a bit of arcane resistance, which really doesn't help us for this encounter, but the poison resistance does, so we stood with it. We're under geared and under leveled. If this was insightful or somehow instructive to you and encourages you to try this battle without the most optimal gear, it is possible. As you see in a moment, I'm able to complete the fight, and I'm sure you can too, even if you don't have the most optimal gear, the best items in slot. If it encourages you, if it's giving you some momentum or some motivation to begin this encounter, love to hear from you in the comments, or if you have any suggestions for us at the end of the video. Stay tuned, the encounter is about to start. For this encounter, the Karp King is going to spawn 4 pillars around where we're going to be fighting the Karp King. He has these 4 pillars that block us. It's going to obscure our vicinity. It's going to make it very difficult for us to move around. It's going to restrict our movement. He has this Zen pool that he brings out, as well as this Mega Beam that will channel and go either clockwise or counterclockwise. We just need to be nimble here, just be aware of what's going on. It's also going to spawn some some of these fish minions around him, some of these Karpoga as they're pronounced. And these monsters don't really do too much to you until they surround you and they set you up one of the spike balls or mega beam. So we want to avoid them when possible. We want to clear them up. We want to move around. We want to stay without getting too close to the Zen pools. Now, the further you are away from the Karp King, the further away he can send the Zen pool to you. So it's good to keep the Zen pools closer to the Karp King so you can kind of get around those pillars. Otherwise, it kind of restricts your movement. It makes it more difficult for me anyway to get around him, to maneuver and to get attacks in, to get that DPS and good uptime. So I like to keep the Zen pools closer to the Karp King as possible, as I'm avoiding those mega beams and avoiding the spike balls, as well as the minions that he's spawning around the map. I don't really worry about them too much. I know I can take a couple of hits from them, but as you see in the fight, it's really important that we constantly move and have awareness of where we're at. This doesn't really rely on the fact of so much as how many resistances you have, as much as it does your awareness of where you're standing. Your resistances will play a factor in this encounter, but it will also matter as much just that you're aware of what's going on and that you're able to move and you keep those Zen pools close to the Karp King, so it doesn't make the outer perimeter inaccessible to you and it blocks you off from the rest of the map.
さよなら。お前の運命は地獄だ。